It's time for another book review. Hey everyone, my name is Brooke Luntz. I'm a writer, software engineer, and creative hacker with a focus of turning writers into authors. And today I want to pick apart one of my favorite books, Pride and Prejudice. I know that everyone has heard of it. You probably know what it is. You probably watched both movies and read the book, or maybe not. Either way, I don't care. That doesn't really matter. My point in this and doing this is to try and help you understand why these books are successful and why they are so impactful, why they have lasted for so long, and why they're still amazing books to this day. So Pride and Prejudice is an awesome book. I personally really struggle with romance. I've got better, but it's something that I feel like you just have to love romance. And I do love romance, and I still struggle. But with romance, with Pride and Prejudice, I just think Pride and Prejudice is the ultimate example of a good romance. First off, Darcy and Elizabeth, they have their flaws. Those flaws are even in the title, Pride and Prejudice, right? Darcy's proud, and Elizabeth is prejudiced. And they each have their own virtues. They're obviously both great people. Elizabeth is really quirky and funny and quick-witted. Darcy's very quiet. He's just like a solid, good man that everyone respects, or everyone that knows him respects. And when they get together, their flaws just clash, right? She's very prejudiced against him. She thinks, oh, he's rich, he's snobby, I don't want anything to do with him. And he's and he looks at her and he's like, well, she's poor and she just wants me for my money. Which, I mean, obviously, her sisters are examples of that happening. So they both have reasons for why they have these flaws, right? They both have experiences in the past that made them think these misbeliefs. But when they get together, as perfect as they are for each other, they clash. And it isn't until they're able to overcome these misbeliefs or these problems that they each have and they help each other overcome those issues, then at the end they're able to come together, and it's a happy union. But it takes a whole book to get to that point. And each scene in the book is one of those misbeliefs come into play. The very first scene, the dance scene, when she sees Darcy the first time and she's like, oh my gosh, he is look at how arrogant he is, rich, look at how he just walks down the dance floor and just thinks he's all that. And then he makes the comment that that he doesn't want anything to do with her, and she's not pretty enough, even though he doesn't actually think that, because he's proud, right? So each scene in the book hits one of these misbeliefs, these problems that these two characters have. And each scene, it evolves a little bit more, right? So towards the end, she's finally realizing oh, he's actually a very good man. When she reads his letter and realizes that she was wrong, and that everything that she had done, she's just mortified at everything that she had done and everything that she had thought toward him. And it had almost led her to marry somebody who, not marry, but to like somebody who would have been a complete mistake, which was Wickham, obviously. And her sister makes the mistake, right, that she almost made herself, because her sister was just Lydia. You know Lydia. I think that's what makes Pride and Prejudice so good. Obviously, the scene, the world, the fancy dresses, the ball gowns, the scenes are also contribute to it. I think if you honestly could throw Darcy and Elizabeth in any situation, in anywhere, and it would still be solid. It doesn't have to have those, but obviously, a lot of people love the ball gowns, and elements of that contributed to Pride and Prejudice's success as well. When you compare the movies to the book, honestly, I love all of them. You throw any Pride and Prejudice spin out there at me, and I will just eat it all up. I love both movies. I love the huge 4-hour show. I love the BBC version. I love the newer version. I love the books. I love I don't know. I'll read Austen Land, or I've read Austenland. I love that one. I'll watch the movie on Austenland. Like, I'll just eat it all up. So good. And you know, one thing about, I know that the new version with Keira Knightley gets a lot, like, a bad rap. I don't even care. I love it. I love the music. I love Keira Knightley in it. I love, I know Keira Knightley, like, puts a little bit different spin on Elizabeth Bennet's personality, but I still love it. The one what I love most, the character that I love most in the newer version, is Miss Bennet. I feel like in the BBC version, she feels very flat to me, just very stilly. And she is supposed to be kind of I'm forgetting what it's called. The person, like the opposite of Elizabeth. She challenges Elizabeth. She frustrates Elizabeth. And there's a reason that she's there. But I like in the newer version of the movie. In the newer version of the movie, she makes one comment to Elizabeth that I thought was really profound. She says, Elizabeth asked her, like, why do you care so much about marrying off all your daughters? And she said, well, if you have 6 daughters and you're poor, like, what else are you going to think about? I love that moment that she has with her mother, that I didn't feel like was there in the BBC version. I like characters that are really well-rounded, that have reasons behind why they do what they do, because we all have reasons. We all have reasons why we act the way we do. Elizabeth had a reason for thinking that Darcy was proud. She didn't just think he was proud because of nothing. So I think that's what makes Pride and Prejudice so good. I would love to hear your thoughts, like what elements of Pride and Prejudice really stuck out to you, which books do you like, and which versions of the movie do you like? And let me know. Please comment, like, share. I love to hear from other authors. I love these conversations. They're really fun for me. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you.